Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, Cade Cunningham is learning from the Pistons' bad boy legends. He said the whole time they were talking about nothing soft. What stuck with me more than anything was just about how everybody carried themselves, and it matched why they won so many games. That's something I try to live by. Back to you guys.
Well, it's part of that organization, and it is some kind of inspiration. Thanks, David. Now the starting group for Orlando. Harris is the shooting guard. Wagner is the small forward. In the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr., and it's Fultz in at the point. And for Detroit, the backcourt guards are Cunningham and Ivy. Marvin Bagley is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Duren in at the 5.
And when you look at the complete game of the Detroit Pistons, there are struggles on both ends of the floor, which I'm sure can feel discouraging at times.
Passes to Bagley. Three-pointer. That shot, no good. The Magic go the other way with it. Here's Carter, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And looking at the Pistons' recent performance, Greg, which end would you want to see improve first?
Kevin, I'd have to say defense. More stops means more chances in the open floor, and it would help them keep games competitive.
Now Harris, following the three-point attempt by Cade Cunningham.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Down low, and Duren slams it in.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Here's Ivy. To the paint. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
Here's Fultz. That one wide left.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
Pass to Duren. He kicks it to Ivy. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Orlando, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Got that one up quick.
Such a good mix of moves. Getting in his bag, Franz Wagner on the pull-up jumper.
To the inside, Bagley, and finished off by Bagley.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Well, you look at the counting numbers for Cade Cunningham. He fills up a stat sheet. The key for him moving forward, though, efficiency.
When you talk about Cade's efficiency, Greg on a struggling team, that can be a challenge.
Yeah, without great shooters around him, he's forced into taking tough shots or turnovers. And as the team improves, though, I think the percentages should come around.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Boy, when you look at the 6'10" Franz Wagner, what you love is the skill set. It is tailor-made for today's NBA. He can stretch you from deep. He's not afraid to mix it up on the glass. You love it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Heisman comes in for Duren, and it's Stewart in for Bagley. Then for the Magic, Bol, he's checked in for Carter. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Banchero. And it's Suggs in for Harris. Ivy passes to Stewart. Bogdanovich with it. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Fultz with the ball. Heisman picks him up.
2 minutes remaining.
Fultz, no good.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
A moment to check out Cade Cunningham here. Good season for him last year. Put up about 17 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
Anthony's checked in for the Magic. .151 left to play here in the first. Burks can't get it to go. The Magic have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And for Orlando, it's been a tough decade. We would agree on that. And Greg, they've only won 2 playoff games since 2012.
Well, they've only made the playoffs twice in that span as well. So they've got a lot of draft picks lined up in the next few years, and they need to make good on those hot picks.
And it's the Magic with the ball, following the bucket by the Pistons. Count that bucket.
Yeah, inside, Bolt does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Here's Hayes. Pulls it up. Rebounded by Isaac. The Magic have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Here's Suggs. And the layup's good off the glass.
Boy, the agility of Jalen Suggs when he touches the painted area, navigates his way to a nice finish.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Anthony. Out of hand on it. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. And the Pistons making a change here. Joseph's checked in. And Orlando making a change here. Here are the Magic now. Isaac outside. He takes it in. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
This is encouraging to see Jonathan Isaac finish through contact. He obviously will fill out that frame and add some weight, but the balance really impressive. Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup, nicely done.
And Hayes kicks to Wiseman. And there's the try.
Moves so well for a big. I love when Wiseman cuts hard and gets his head under the rim.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Magic out in front, up 4. And we'll be back with you right after this.
14.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And you think about all the anticipation over the last couple months. Doris, the regular season is finally here. It is upon us.
Amen, Kevin. We have been waiting so anxiously for NBA tip-off. Obviously, you're always looking to see the movement of personnel. How well do guys who've switched organizations fit in with their respective rosters? Is somebody now a title contender? So many anxious front offices hoping they made the right decisions.
Bogdanovich out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Corey Joseph. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Orlando has a very young roster. Coach Jamal Mosley says, one thing I've said to them is dominate the simple. The more we can keep it simple, the better we'll be. Not overthinking things, just playing off instincts and reaction. Kevin, back to you.
The place to start. Makes a lot of sense. David, thanks.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this. And how about the career Gary Harris has had up to this point?
What you love about Gary Harris is he's going to do whatever his coaching staff asks him to do. He can make a three-point shot with great consistency. He's willing to share the basketball. He can make clutch free throws late. There was a time in his career where he was a real force on the defensive end.
Here's Stewart after the made shot from Wendell Carter. Here's Bogdanovich, and Bogdanovich throws it down.
Well, that's about hustle and effort from Bogdanovich. To go after the rebound with that kind of intention is exactly what you hope for as a coach.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here.
It's the Pistons answer.
Different look here for Detroit. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Stewart, and Ivey's subbed in for Joseph. Magic leading by 8. And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys let go by their first team. There's an underdog quality to the roster. Guys hungry to prove they belong.
Cunningham's shot is off.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Here's Harris. Another miss by Orlando.
He really made that shot harder than it needed to be, and coach is not happy with that choice.
And a miss there on the triple. Orlando, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Wagner, that's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
The agility by Wagner right there, slipped past the defensive resistance, right on the interior. Nicely done.
And stolen by Wagner. Here's Suggs. And Cunningham with the block. And he gets the bucket. There's 1:40 left in the second quarter. And here's Ivey. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Now, here's Bull. He's covered closely. Lets it go from 11. And there's Suggs on the assist by Bull. And the Magic lead by 14. The Pistons shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
That was the Pistons dancing.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Burks against Wagner. Here's Hayes. It's 3-pointers off the mark.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pistons trailed by 14. Outside, Bagley. Detroit, no good that time either.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Isaac misses. The Pistons shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Shot game clock separated by 5. Burks kicks to Hayes. Over Anthony. Detroit, no good that time either. The feed to Banchero. That one good for 2. Banchero's got his first basket of the night.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Dwayne, thanks a lot. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us, and a battle is also upon us. Not Kenny and Shaq this time, thankfully, but 2 outstanding players through the first half.
They've each been fantastic tonight, playing with fire, doing just about everything. Lots of pressure on these 2 in the second half.
I remember being the guy on the given night. Well, for me, it was all nights.
And now looking at that first half, what an impressive performance so far for the Magic.
Their plus margin on the boards has fueled this lead. They've been the much more physical team.
Yeah, this is how I played. You got to lean on them until they break.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. In the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Harris is the shooting guard. Wagner is the small forward. And it's Fultz in at the point guard position.
And the Magic right now, missing that franchise player, might have one of their young talents develop into that, but currently they lack that star.
Now, here's Ivy. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Three-pointer Bagley. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Shoots Looks over Duran. That shot off the mark. The Pistons go the other way with it. And as we know, Greg, the NBA is a star-driven league.
Hard to contend without a top 10 player on the roster. The Magic have been patient in their approach, and one player taking a leap this season would be huge.
Now, here's Ivy. Following the missed shot by Franz Wagner. Duran the pass to Bogdanovich. And a wide-open look for Cunningham. Detroit, no good that time either.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you.
Well, you can see the handle by Markelle Fultz, the explosion, the dribble drive ability. That is a nice move.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
And it's Harris with the ball for Orlando. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Count the basket. Banchero's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Let's turn the volume up and get wild, man. It's the Pistons break dance show.
For the Pistons, James Wiseman, he's checked in for Duran. Stewart comes in for Marvin Bagley. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Cade Cunningham. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Down low, here's Stewart. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
The Pistons working the ball around now. And finished off by Wiseman.
Oh, that's a big man move by Wiseman, roughing up the D with that emphatic finish.
And it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
For the Pistons, Livers is checked in, and Alec Burks subbed in for Ivey. Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
Stewart passes to Hayes, goes up on the block, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And with all the youth of this Magic team, you feel like, Doris, they are on the verge of something big.
For their fan base, Kevin, you certainly hope so. What you're really looking for is maybe the breakthrough that the Cleveland Cavaliers had last year. A textbook job of rebuilding with youth and quality trades. You have to stay patient and understand this is a process.
Here's Bowl after Alec Burks' score. Bowl, that's good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pistons shooting a pretty pitiful 25% in this game. Offensively, they can't get anything going. And it's Wiseman in the corner. That three off the mark. Magic leading by 23. Here's Schofield. Buries it down low. Schofield's got his first 2 points. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. Hayes, bounce pass. Knocks it loose. Suggs with the steal. Over Burks. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pass to Livers. Stewart kicks to Burks. From beyond the arc, it's hauled in by the Magic. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip, and that one is good.
One of the keys as a perimeter player is always stay focused through contact. Markelle Fultz makes that shot despite the physical contact.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Magic out in front as they end the third quarter with a tremendous 17-4 run. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Corey Joseph is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Bagley. Then it's Hamidou Diallo. And it's Livers in at the 4. That's the group for Detroit right now.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here's Joseph for 3. It's good from long range. Joseph's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Anthony's got the ball here for the Magic. Here's Okeke. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And the pass to Burks. Diallo sends a screen for Burks. Back to Joseph. To the paint. A slam dunk by Diallo.
I'll tell you, terrific read from Corey Joseph. He recognizes the overcommitment of the defense and takes advantage.
Here's Anthony. It's hauled in by Diallo. And for the Pistons, they're shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them to say the least. For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And that one's good, Wagner.
The very definition of a stretch big, Mo Wagner finding his way into the mid-range. Nicely done.
Inside, Livers. The shot that time, not on target. Isaac with some nice D. There's the steal. Joseph with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Here's Livers. Works for 3. Detroit, no good that time either.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Anthony. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Doris, the NBA keeps talking about the idea of an in-season tournament, taking a cue, I guess, from European soccer. Do you like that? Do you think it would work?
Well, the European soccer situation has the advantage of tradition and history. There's meaning behind it. Obviously, I'm open to a little drama in the middle of the NBA season. The challenge is convincing the players and their representation of the Players Association that this is something of value.
now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Wendell Carter.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. Here's Isaac. Nails the runner.
Wow, how about the focus from the big man? Jonathan Isaac, comfortable in the paint.
Detroit's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And again, it's the Pistons missing. The Magic have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Houston passes to Anthony. Here's Livers. No good with the triple. Magic shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Let's remember, Wendell Carter Jr. goes about 6'10", 270. Good luck trying to stop him without fouling.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Magic have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Anthony can't hit. The Pistons have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Orlando.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Wendell Carter.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
And he makes the first. And Orlando making a change here. Suggs is checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Orlando dictating the flow. Wagner on the wing. Baseline jumper. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
First personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for your Pistons, Isaiah Livers taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 33. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
It's not completely over, and they know that. But if they carry out their game plan, they should be golden.
Begin. Your Pistons break the dance crew.
And so he hits both. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Suggs passes to Houston. Comes up empty down low. And the Pistons with possession here. Passes it, delivers. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Wagner outside. Gets it to fall.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.